Well, good morning, everyone. This is Mr. Lopez again saying hello. Wishing everyone a happy Wednesday. It is April the 15th. We're getting very close to completing our first month. We're halfway through our month of April, and things have been going very well. Today is Wednesday, so we're going to be having a live video conference. Either you are watching this video before the video conference or after. So again, thank you everyone for doing their best and keeping on track with everything that we're doing. Well, we're up to 14.4 already. We're moving quite rapidly through these sections and everyone is doing very well. Again, when I check your quiz grades, I have not seen anyone that needs too much work, and what I'll be doing now is on Fridays, if you need additional help, if I notice that you need additional help, I'm going to ask you to remain on the video conference and see if we can address that issue, but I'll be letting you know before that. So let's go ahead and take a look at our multiplication, relating multiplication with division. And division is the inverse of multiplication. Okay, so we need to make sure we understand that word right now. The word inverse, it's just turning it around. So division is the inverse of multiplication, and multiplication is the inverse of division. So we're going to use multiplication and division to solve problems. So let's go ahead and analyze this. Hopefully you have your pencils ready, and let's take it one step at a time. So Pamela ordered a set of 6 books written by her favorite author. The set of books cost $48, and she had already read them. Pamela sold two of the books to her friend Jody. If each book was the same price, how much did Jody pay? So make sure we underline the question. How much did Jody pay? Okay, what operations will you use to solve the problem? Okay, will you use multiplication, and then you will use division. So let's take a look at our strip diagram here and complete the rest of the equation here. So we know there's 6 books, and here they are: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We know she paid $48. Here's the 48. So 48 divided by 8. I'm sorry, 48 divided by 6 is 8. So each book cost $8. Okay, so each book costs $8. So it asks you to write a multiplication sentence for that. What multiplication sentence can you use to solve the division problem? Well, here it is right here. 2 times 8. Okay, you have 2 here, and 2 books cost $16, and you divide that by 8. Let me take a look at one that was already pre-made for you so I can guide you a little bit better through that one. Okay. So again, we're looking at this one here. Okay, circle the numbers you need to use. You should have circled the 6, the 48, and the 2. And again, when we look at the strip diagram, we know that each book costs $8. Here's a multiplication sentence that we can use. 6 times 8 equals 48. Then complete the strip diagram to show the cost of 2 books. So this book costs $8, this book costs $8, and we're multiplying 2 times 6, 2 times 8, and that gives us 16. So we complete this equation. 2 times 8 equals 16, so Jody paid $16 for these 2 books. Okay, and this is where we figured out how much each book costs. So we took the total amount that she paid, and then how many books were purchased, and from that we can figure out what the answer is. So let's take a look at the next section here. Okay, maybe so this is the section that you're going to be filling out right now, because you have this one. Your page only shows this one. So Blair baked 4 batches of 9 cupcakes. 4 batches of 9. He packed the cupcakes in 6 equal boxes. How many cupcakes did he put in each box? Okay. Well, first we need to figure out how many cupcakes there are in all. There's 4 batches and there are 9 cupcakes. Okay, that's the multiplication part. Now he packed them in 6 equal boxes. That's the division part. This is the division. This is the multiplication. We have to do this first. You have to get the total number of cupcakes first before we can do the division problem. So if you make an array with 9 counters in 4 rows, here are your 9 counters, and here are the 4 rows. So how many total counters are there? There's 36, because there's 4 times 9, and that's 36. So now we know how many total cupcakes there were. They were baked, 36. So now I can divide it. Now I can complete the array to show the number of cupcakes in each box. I know she put them in 6 equal boxes. So here's the division problem. 36 divided by 6 gives me 6. I know each box is going to have 6. So each box will have 6. Okay? 1, 2, 3. I'm sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's one box. There's the other box. 2, 3, 4, 5. And here's the other box. So there are 6 cupcakes in each box. And we just divided them. Okay? We know there's a total of 36. And we know there's 6 boxes. And that's how we got this division, this answer here. Okay? So in order to get this answer, we have to get the number of cupcakes first, and then use that number, the product, in our division to get the answer. And that's going to be the pattern for the rest of the lesson. That's going to be your pattern. So let's take a look at the next one. Okay, if you look at this one here, the 3rd grade students sat in 6 seats and 5 tables. Okay, 6 seats and 5 tables in the lunch classroom. Okay, I know that's going to be my multiplication part. Show how the same number of students, from here, sat in equal groups. I see equal groups. I know that's going to be my division part. I know that's going to be my division part. And I know I'm going to divide it by 3. So now, first I need to figure out how many total students there were. There were 6 seats and 5 tables. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what is that? 5 times 6. So there's a total of 30 students. 5 times 6 equals 30. So there are 30 3rd grade students. Now I know they sat in 3 tables, in 3 equal tables. So here are my 3 equal tables. And we take this product here and we divide it by 3. We got the 3 from the 3 equal tables over here. So 30 divided by 3 is 10. And then so 10, 10, 10 in each table. This is table 1, table 2, table 3. So there are 10 students in each table, and we get that information from right there. So these are the 2 steps needed to solve the problem. It's multiplication and division. Oops. So you have to find the total number of students before you can make the 3 equal groups. This is the key. Sometimes we want to jump straight to this one because we take these numbers here. Oh, I'm going to multiply. That's my answer. No. Okay. First get the total amount first. Then divide them into the equal number of equal groups. So again, analyze the question. Okay. Let's take a look at the next. We're going to go into the problem solving. So we're going to use this table to answer questions 3, 4, and 5. I already have the answers here for you. Okay. But we're going to go ahead and show you how they were formulated. So we're going to use this. So Mr. Patterson paid $24 for some students to get into the fair. How many students did Mr. Patterson pay for? So we know he spent 24. I already know that. Well, how many per students? How much? I know the number, the amount that he paid, and I know how much each student is charged. It's $3. Total amount, 24 divided by 3, that gives you 8. Here we have a multi-step. Garrett is 8 years old. He and his family are going to the country fair. What is the price admission for Garrett, his 2 parents, and baby sister? So we have to get that total first. So we'll do 1. Garrett Okay, how much is Garrett? Is one person, so 3 times 1. So for Garrett, it costs $3. Well, that's one number here. Okay. And how many, and his 2 parents, how much per adult? $6. How many parents? Well, he has 2. 2 times 6 is 12. And here's what you have to do, some inferencing. It says baby sister. So, and here it is, children under 5 go free. The biggest error made here is you'll add the $3 because, oh, the baby sister went to, but you have to infer that that child is under the age of 5. They would not have put the adjective baby sister before it. That's what you have to figure it out. Some of these answers, if you got 18 here, is that you added the baby. Okay, so your answer is 15 here. So again, figure out the amount for each one first, and then you add them. Jose and Izzy are 8 years old. They go to the fair on a day when all rides are $2. Okay, all rides are $2. I know that. And admission is $1 off. Okay, $1 off. Pretty good deal. How much will they pay altogether to attend the fair and go on 5 rides each? Okay. So again, same thing. Figure out how much each person pays, and then you add those two. So let's do Jose first, and I put a J. Okay, so for Jose to go into the fair, he's only 1, so it's 3 times 1. So he pays $3 to go in. Okay, that's the $3 to go in. And it's $2. Oh, I'm sorry. At that day, it's $1 off. So 3 minus 1. So he only pays $2 to go in. Right? Because it's $1 off. So he pays $2 to go in. And we know there's $2. It costs $2 to go on 5 rides. So 2 times 5. That's what? That's 10. And my answer is 12. Now, I know Jose and Izzy are both 8 years old. I don't have to redo all of this for Izzy, because I know he's 8. The numbers here are going to be the same. It's going to be $1 off the admission, and it's going to be $2 per ride, and they go to 10 price. All I have to do is multiply this by 2, and that gives you 24. Or you could have done 12 for Jose, do it again for Izzy, and 12 plus 12 will give you 24 also. But if you're smart, and I know you are, you work smarter, not harder, you would have been able to figure out, hey, they're both 8 years old. The amount is going to be the same for each one. Just multiply it. Okay, let's look at the strip diagram here. There are 20 seats on the Wildcat ride. Okay, 20 seats. And it shows it right here. The number of seats in each car is the same. Okay, so if there are 5 cars, here are the 5 cars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many seats are there in each car? Complete the strip diagram. So you have to complete this part. Well, you know how many seats there are because they give you that. It's 20. Okay, how many cars are there? 5, and they give you the 5 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you divide 20 divided by 5, and that equals 4. There are 4 seats in each car because you put 4 here. 4 times 5 equals 20. Okay. So how many days are there in 2 weeks? So 2 weeks. There's 7 days in a week. There's 14. So write and solve a related word problem to represent the inverse operation. Okay, what did I do here? What operation? Multiplication. What is the inverse of multiplication? Yes, very good, Hala. Yes, it is division. So your word problem will have to ask something that's divided. Okay, so you could say something like, how many weeks are equal to 14 days? So 14 days, you divide that by 7 to equals 2, and you just get this number, this equation, and you make an inverse operation using division. And see what they did here. Okay, That's all that means. What they want to be able to, for you to figure out is knowing that now it's inverse. It has to be the inverse of multiplication, and the inverse of multiplication is division. Okay, I hope that was easy for you to follow. You do have your next questions to complete, which are your daily task assessment and of course your homework and practice. And again, follow the pattern. Follow the pattern first. First, figure out the total amount that you have of something, and then divide it by the number of equal groups they give you. And that's basically the lesson for today. Okay? Don't try to go off and get too complicated. And again, if you work each step out like this one here, work each step just like we did up here. Just like we did here. If you do the exact same thing that I did, you just go and do one section, one sentence at a time, break it down, and then use your knowledge to answer the question correctly. And I know you're going to do well. Again, if you have any questions, please send me an email, or have your parents send me an email, or ask me on Friday when we do have the discussion on Friday, when we're going to review how everyone does. If anybody has any questions, we can have a Q&A session there. So thank you again for your time. Thank you for responding. Thank you for being attentive. And I thank you again for being great students. I can't wait to see you again on Wednesday morning. So again, have a wonderful, wonderful day.